Close your eyes for just a moment and truly feel it. Feel the weight of the immense wealth that is already sitting right in front of you. This is not happening in some distant future, nor is it a simple wishful daydream, but it is real right here and right now. Stay tuned, because your time has finally come. The millions you seek are not hiding somewhere outside of you, waiting to be found. They are residing within you this very moment, simply waiting for your mind to recognize them. There is an invisible law in this universe that very few people actually understand, a principle that completely overrides hard effort, daily struggle, and random chance. It is called the law of assumption. This law reveals the simple truth that whatever you claim internally must eventually reflect externally. You do not need to beg the world for millions. You do not need to chase them across the globe. You simply transform into the exact person who already possesses them. You walk, breathe, and think as if you already hold the keys to unimaginable abundance. Do you truly understand the hidden power behind your own imagination? Every grand mansion, every vast empire, and every massive fortune first existed in the unseen mind before it ever became a physical scene. The ultimate secret is simple yet profound. You must dwell completely in the feeling of wealth before wealth can ever find you in the physical world. It cannot be a fleeting daydream, but an undeniable reality alive within you. Most people fail because they place all their faith in the concept of time. They constantly tell themselves that one day they will finally be rich. And by thinking this way, they push their wealth further away. There is no such thing as one day. There is only this present moment. The exact second you step into the identity of a wealthy individual, the entire world will begin to rearrange itself to match your inner conviction. Here is the vital truth that so many people ignore every single day. Wealth always flows directly to a mind that is at ease. Endless struggle, deep fear, and desperation create massive internal barriers, while a sense of calm assurance instantly opens up the floodgates. Those who trust fully in their abundance receive it without any effort at all. On the other hand, those who constantly doubt will delay their success indefinitely. You do not need to sit around and try to figure out the exact how. The path will unfold quite naturally before your eyes. Your only job in this process is to know deeply that it is already done. Money is never truly earned through high stress and exhaustion. It is magnetized directly to you through pure certainty. Keep watching, because everything shifts the moment you stop staring at your empty hands and start seeing them filled with abundance. When you stop saying that you need something and instead start declaring that you already have it, your entire reality changes. Here is the final and most critical key to this whole process, which is genuine gratitude. This does not mean being grateful for what might come in the future, but feeling deep gratitude for what already exists in your mind right now. Give sincere thanks for your millions today, not as a clever trick to force them into physical reality, but as living proof that you truly believe they are already yours. Gratitude is the clearest mark of real faith, and faith is the exact force that manifests all physical things into existence. So pay close attention, because your moment has arrived. It is not happening next year or next month, it is happening right now. You will possess millions because in truth, you already do inside. Feel it deeply, believe it fully, and live it completely as the world bends to confirm your absolute conviction. Take a quick breath and picture yourself surrounded by everything you have ever wanted in life. Think of the boundless wealth, the total freedom, and the absolute security. All of it is right here in front of you. It is not residing in some far-off year, nor is it a distant dream waiting to be realized, but a living reality in this exact second. How does that truly feel inside? If you can genuinely feel that emotion right now, and if you can let yourself step into this new reality with absolute certainty, then you have just unlocked the greatest secret of all time. The true feeling of wealth must always come before the physical wealth itself appears. Most people spend their entire lives living in a constant state of waiting. They look at their current bank accounts and their difficult circumstances, allowing those external conditions to completely dictate how they feel every day. If there is very little money in the bank, they instantly feel lack. If bills begin to pile up on the table, they surrender to fear. If success seems far away, they fall into deep frustration. By doing this repeatedly, they unknowingly trap themselves in the exact conditions they are trying to escape. They simply do not realize that the outer world is nothing more than a giant mirror reflecting their inner emotional state. Nothing can ever appear in your physical life unless it first exists within your mind. The immense riches you desire and the peaceful life of financial ease do not arrive because you desperately need them to show up. They come only because you have fully aligned yourself with the deep feeling of already possessing them. Your imagination is far more than a simple tool for mental escape. It is the actual blueprint of all physical creation. When you allow yourself to fully assume the state of being rich, the world around you has no choice but to reflect that exact state back to you. This is not about faking it or playing make-believe with yourself. It is about fundamentally shifting your core identity at the deepest possible level. A truly wealthy person does not wake up in the morning worrying about how they will pay for things. They do not constantly question whether they can afford what they want. They move through life with a calm inner knowing that all their needs are met, that great opportunities flow to them effortlessly, and that money is simply a natural extension of their being. This is the precise state of mind you must assume today. You must do this not in some distant future and not after you see physical proof, but right now, before any external evidence actually appears. Many people naturally resist this idea because they have been taught since childhood to believe in relentless hard work above everything else. They believe that wealth is something that must be constantly chased, suffered for, and earned through endless hours of exhausting labor and personal sacrifice. But if that old idea were true, then every single hard-working person on earth would be extraordinarily rich, and every wealthy person would be working the hardest. Yet we all know that is simply not how the world works. Some people toil away for an entire lifetime and barely scrape by, while others seem to attract enormous riches with complete ease. The real difference between them is not found in physical action, but in internal assumption. The universe never responds to what you merely want. It responds directly to who you are being inside. If you constantly feel lack, you will continue to see lack in your daily life. If you feel struggle, you will keep experiencing painful struggle. But if you feel wealthy inside, and if you walk through life with absolute certainty that you are prosperous, then the conditions around you must shift to match that inner reality. Money will begin to flow to you in entirely unexpected ways. Amazing opportunities will arise without any friction, and everyday circumstances will conspire in your favor. Stay right here, because this is not just wishful thinking. It is the ultimate law of human life. Every incredible success story in history began with someone who believed in their vast wealth long before it was visible to the surrounding world. They never waited around for physical proof. They became the living proof themselves. They lived constantly in the end result, embodying the exact feeling of riches, and the universe responded accordingly. So how do you actually begin this process today? You start by completely rejecting the false notion that money is somehow separate from who you are. You stop viewing wealth as something distant, something outside of yourself, or something you must earn through painful struggle. Instead, you claim it as rightfully yours right now. You actively feel the deep joy, the profound security, and the total freedom that comes with wealth, even if there is not yet a single physical sign of it in your bank account. You must step boldly into the reality where you already possess everything you desire. letting that powerful feeling dominate your daily thoughts, actions, and overall being. Doubt will certainly try to creep into your mind at times. Old habits of worry and anxiety might attempt to pull you back into your former way of living, but you must remain completely steadfast. Every time you feel the urge to look at your current circumstances and react with disappointment, gently remind yourself that your current conditions are merely the echoes of your past thoughts. They are not permanent fixtures, and they hold zero power over your life unless you give it to them. What truly matters is not what currently exists on the surface, but what you choose to accept as truth within yourself. The exact moment you fully embrace this internal shift, you will start to notice real changes taking place around you. At first, these signs might seem quite subtle and small. You might receive an unexpected check in the mail, discover a small financial opportunity you never anticipated, or experience a sudden burst of creative inspiration that leads directly to success. But as you continue to dwell in this state of wealth, these small signs will rapidly grow larger. The physical world will begin to shape itself around your brand new assumption. Before long, you will witness undeniable proof that the vast wealth you once only imagined has now transformed into your living reality. Your only daily task is to persist in this feeling. You must remain in the state of wealth, no longer caring what the outside world temporarily looks like, knowing beyond any shadow of a doubt that the millions you desire are already yours. When you hold this state, those millions will arrive not as a shocking surprise, but as the natural unfolding of the truth you have chosen to live. Look around your room for a moment. Everything you see, touch, and experience appears to move in a strict linear sequence from the past to the present and into the future. But this basic view of reality is merely an illusion, a simple construct designed to help our senses make sense of a far deeper universe. In truth, time is not something you physically travel through step by step. It is something you actually create from within. Every single possible reality already exists right now in the unseen world. The exact version of you who possesses everything you could ever desire is not waiting around in some far-off decade. They exist right this second. The only real difference between where you stand today and where that wealthy version of you stands is your internal alignment with that state of being. We have all been conditioned to believe that time is a massive barrier standing in our way. We are told that we must wait endlessly for good things to happen, and that we must push through difficult stages of struggle just to earn what we want. But the exact moment you accept that limiting belief, you push your true desires just out of reach. You tell yourself that one day you will finally have it, and by doing so, you force it to remain far away in the future. The real secret to collapsing time and bringing your desires directly into your present experience is understanding that everything already exists now. You simply have to step into the internal state of already having it. This concept is not just abstract philosophy. It is the fundamental mechanics of how reality operates. What you desire is not a physical object hiding outside of you that you must chase down. It is a specific frequency, an energy, and a total state of being. That state exists right now in the present moment. The second you align your mind with the feeling of already having your desires fulfilled, time itself bends to bring those things into physical form. This is precisely why people who truly expect their desires to appear see them show up so quickly, while those who live in constant doubt remain trapped in an endless cycle of waiting. Think of time as a flowing river. Most people assume they are just floating down it, completely powerless to control how fast things arrive in their lives. But in truth, the river is a direct reflection of your internal state of mind. When you say that your wealth is coming eventually, you place yourself in a perpetual state of waiting. But when you declare that your wealth is already here, you command your reality to conform to that truth immediately. You are never at the mercy of time. Time is always at the mercy of you. The biggest mistake people make is looking at their current external conditions as absolute proof of what is real. They check their bank balances and current surroundings, And if they do not see instant physical evidence, they assume their dream is far away. Reality simply does not work from the outside in. The outer world is merely a mirror reflecting whatever you believe on the inside. If you continue to affirm that your financial freedom is in the future, it will remain in the future forever. You must make the shift today. You must walk through the world as though you already possess everything you want, moving not with arrogance, but with quiet, absolute certainty. When you align completely with the reality where your desires are fulfilled, everything in your life reorganizes itself to match that assumption. You will naturally find yourself in the right places at the exact right times. Fantastic opportunities will present themselves without any struggle, and people, events, and coincidences will arrange themselves in ways you could never have planned. This is why certain people manifest great abundance with absolute ease, while others struggle for decades without results. The ones who succeed do not spend their lives waiting around. They simply assume the end result. They know deep down that what they seek is already theirs. Because they harbor zero doubt, time folds in on itself to deliver their reality. So how do you step into this powerful state today? You do it by completely refusing to place your desires in the future. You stop saying that you will have it, and you start feeling that you have it right now. Immerse yourself daily in the deep emotional feeling of possessing your dream life. Because the more you dwell in that feeling, the faster your external world must shift to match it. Your true job is not to force or chase anything in the physical world. Your job is simply to align internally. You must know that the version of you who holds immense wealth is not waiting for some perfect future moment to arrive. That person already exists within consciousness. The moment you claim that reality as your own, time ceases to be an obstacle and becomes a helpful servant that bends to deliver your beliefs. There is a massive misunderstanding in our modern world about how wealth and success are actually achieved. From the time you were very young, you were likely told that painful, hard work is the only key, that struggle is somehow noble, and that if you push yourself to exhaustion long enough, you will eventually get what you want. But look closely at the world around you. Do you see the wealthiest people on earth constantly straining, worrying, or exhausting themselves every day in desperate pursuit of money? Or do you see them moving through life with a calm sense of ease, confidence, and quiet certainty? The plain truth is that wealth never comes through painful struggle. It arrives through simple alignment. The more you fight and push against life, the more you unconsciously affirm that wealth is something distant, difficult, and outside of yourself. In doing so, you actively block the very abundance you are trying to attract into your life. When you want something with desperate urgency, and when you are filled with worry about whether it will ever happen, what are you really telling your own mind? You are strongly affirming a state of lack. You are broadcasting to the universe that you do not have what you need. Because the outer world acts as a mirror, it will continuously reflect that exact feeling of lack back into your life. But the moment you relax your mind, and the moment you stop trying so hard to force things, you instantly shift into a state of deep knowing. You step directly into the energy that declares it is already yours. From that peaceful place, wealth flows into your life naturally, effortlessly, and without any resistance whatsoever. Picture a gentle river flowing through a valley. As the water moves, it does not force its way through the landscape with extreme strain. It moves smoothly and easily, naturally following the path of least resistance. Now imagine throwing giant rocks into that river, trying to force the water to move in a specific direction. The water immediately becomes chaotic and turbulent, losing its smooth flow. This is precisely what happens when you fill your mind with struggle, worry, and the false belief that you must fight for wealth. You completely disrupt your natural flow of abundance. Consider another visual image of a perfectly calm lake. Its surface is completely still and undisturbed, mirroring the sky above with flawless accuracy. This represents the precise state of mind that attracts wealth effortlessly. A mind that is still, confident, and undisturbed by doubt will naturally reflect abundance back into physical reality. But if you throw a heavy stone of fear into that quiet lake, harsh ripples form, completely distorting the clear reflection. This is what occurs when you let anxiety take control of your thoughts. Your energy becomes chaotic, and wealth, which always seeks order and peace, hesitates to flow toward you. To cultivate this relaxed state of mind, you must begin by recognizing that wealth is not something hidden outside of you that requires a fight. It is already yours to claim. It is not about earning it through suffering, it is simply about allowing it to flow in. The moment you stop chasing after money and let go of the idea that you must struggle, you step into a state of receiving. Doubt and anxiety are the only true barriers standing between you and the life you desire, creating unnecessary friction in your path. Calm expectation and certainty remove every single obstacle in an instant. When you expect wealth with the exact same certainty that you expect the sun to rise tomorrow morning, you allow it to come to you in ways you could never predict. This is the exact reason why some individuals attract wealth without effort, while others work themselves to total exhaustion for very little reward. The people who receive abundance easily are not luckier or more deserving than anyone else. They have simply aligned their internal state with the feeling of already having what they need. They have completely dropped the daily struggle. They do not waste precious energy worrying about how or when their money will arrive, because they know deep down that it is completely inevitable. Your job is never to figure out every tiny detail of how wealth will reach your door. Your job is simply to assume the internal state of already being rich. Move through your days with an unshakable confidence that abundance belongs to you. When you do this, unexpected opportunities will appear, brilliant ideas will flow to you naturally, and money will find its way to you from completely surprising sources. The struggle was never a necessary part of the equation. The only thing you ever needed to do was align yourself with the ultimate truth that wealth always flows to a mind at total ease. Look at the physical world around you right now. Every single tall building, every thriving business, and every massive fortune first existed as a simple thought inside someone's mind. Absolutely nothing comes into physical existence without first being imagined in the unseen realm. The house you sleep in, the car you drive, and even the smallest tools you use every day all started as invisible ideas before transforming into physical objects. This is the ultimate secret that governs all human creation, which is that imagination always precedes physical manifestation. Once you truly understand this concept, you will see that your financial destiny is never determined by external conditions, but by the mental images you consistently hold in your mind. Most people mistakenly believe that wealth is something they have to hunt down in the world, something controlled by luck or hard circumstances. But wealth is never created by physical action alone. It is always created by thought first. The richest individuals throughout history did not become wealthy by sheer accident. They saw their success clearly in their minds, long before they ever held physical money in their hands. They lived continuously in the feeling of abundance, long before the actual riches arrived on the scene. These individuals understood that the outer world is merely a reflection of the inner mind, and that by changing their inner reality, they could easily shape the world around them. Your imagination is the single most powerful tool you will ever possess in this life. It serves as the ultimate bridge between the unseen world of thought and the visible world of physical matter. If you can clearly imagine yourself living in total wealth, feeling the profound peace and security of complete financial freedom, the physical world will have no choice but to adjust itself to match that internal vision. This process is not mere wishful thinking. It is the fundamental law of how human life operates. Everything in existence flows directly from your state of consciousness. The biggest mistake most people make every day is allowing their imagination to be completely controlled by fear, doubt, and limitation. They look at their current bank balance, see a lack of money, and immediately use their imagination to worry about the future, which only reinforces their current reality. Understand this simple principle. Whatever you give your deep focus to will always expand in your life. If you continuously imagine struggle and debt, you will continue to experience struggle and debt. But the moment you turn your inner vision toward prosperity and hold wealth in your mind with absolute certainty, your life begins to transform. Consider the greatest fortunes ever built. Before a single dollar was earned or a single foundation was laid, the creators saw the final result clearly within their minds. They thought and acted as if the wealth was already theirs. And because they lived in that unshakable state, the physical world conformed to their inner vision. This is why some people seem to attract success with ease, while others spend their whole lives grinding for scraps. It is never about external advantages. It is always about internal alignment. You must take complete control of your imagination starting today, guarding it fiercely against negative inputs. Do not allow subtle thoughts of lack or limitation to take root in your mind. Instead, fill your inner vision with vivid images of success, ease, and grand prosperity. See yourself living your dream life as a present reality right now. Feel the deep emotional weight of financial freedom as if it were already sitting in your bank account. When you do this consistently, something truly remarkable begins to happen. Your daily decisions, your automatic actions, and even the external circumstances around you will begin to shift in ways that logic cannot explain.